Hello students, in this video we'll be discussing the solutions for the chapter Animal Kingdom uh, of CET paper which you had written on 15th of July month. So here the question from Animal Kingdom, we have it from question number 3. So here the question, what it says, the response to external stimuli is quicker and more precise in which of the following symmetry? So here quicker and stimulus should be given properly and it is quicker and precise, more appropriate. So if this is a condition, there should be well developed nervous system. So if we see this nervous system development in the animal kingdom, it starts to develop from nidaria. From nidaria, the nervous system starts to develop. But so when we go to the higher phylums, from Platyhelminthes to the higher phylum, nervous system goes on improving. The complexity increases, right? So when the complexity increases, the stimulus will be quicker. And then if we see the symmetry of those higher phylums, it will be bilateral. So answer is B, bilateral symmetry. Then fourth question, which of the following is wrongly matched? So one by one we shall see. So Arthropoda, cockroach. Arthropoda is phylum. Cockroach is example. This is the correct match. Annelida, hydra. Hydra doesn't belong to Annelida. Hydra belong to Cnidaria. So this is the wrong match. Echinodermata, starfish. Yes, starfish is example of echinodermata. And the next option, Ascaris is the example of Nymati helminthes. Right. So answer is option B. Then fifth question, cavity of coelentrates is called. So we know it has one, although they are acoelom, they have this body cavity and that body cavity is called as coelenteron. Because of this coelenteron, they got the name coelenterate. Then sixth question, absence of circulatory system in hydra is compensated by. So here mainly circulatory system is required for the transport of oxygen and that is actually done by gastrovascular cavity in case of hydra. That means in all the cnidarians. Then seventh question, all flatworms differ from all roundworms in having. So all flatworm belong to Platyhelminthes, roundworm belong to Ascalminthus, nematoda, right? So both of them have triploblastic, so there is no difference. Solid mesoderm. So if we take, so how in case of solid mesoderm we can differentiate the coelom. So if the mesoderm is split, then it will form coelom, right? So in flatworms, they have acoelom. That means they are acoelomates. In roundworms, what kind of coelom they have is pseudocoelom, right? So whenever there is acoelom, there will be a thick mesoderm. Mesoderm will not split. Mesoderm layer is not splitted, right? In roundworms, what happens, that is in pseudocoelom, there is formation of mesodermal pouches. When the mesodermal pouches are there, then it is not solid, right? So this is one difference. Then both of them has bilateral symmetry and metamorphosis is also seen in both of them. So answer is solid mesoderm. Then eighth question, the excretory cells are found in platyhelminthes. So only the name we know is in the NCRT book is flame cells. Flame cells has different names. Flame cells is also called as protonephridia or solanocytes. It has different names. The answer will be all of these. The ninth question, sperms in Ascaris are characterized by one unusual feature. So exactly this Ascaris case study we don't have in our syllabus. Uh, but if we see the answer for this, they do not have the flagellum. That will be the unusual feature. Then 10th question. Ascaris is characterized by. So again Ascaris, they belong to roundworms. So if we see roundworm, that is Ascalminthus. So here they are talking about coelom and metamerism. In roundworms, what kind of coelom? Pseudocoelom. And do they have metamerism? No metamerism. So here in the options if we see, option B says presence of neither true coelom nor metamerism. So that is actually the character of Ascaris. Then again 11th question, this is of structural organization which we will be discussing in the other chapter. 12th question, what is common between earthworm, leech and centipede? So again earthworm belongs to Annelida, leech belongs to Annelida, centipede also belongs to Annelida. So here we have to see which is the character of Annelida. So they have malphigian tubules. Malphigian tubules, this is in arthropoda, right? So A can't be the answer. They are hermaphrodites. So here, if we take this hermaphrodite in the sense bisexual. If we take leech, leech is not a hermaphrodite. It is unisexual. Then they have ventral nerve cord. Yes, that is correct. And they have no legs. So earthworm has the legs, CET. Centipede also has the legs. And leech do not have. So it is not the common form. Right? So answer is they have ventral nerve cord. Then which of the following is not an insect? So generally, how do you say whether it is an insect or not? So to say whether an organism is in an insect or not, so here the body should be divisible into head, thorax, and abdomen. Along with that, they should have 3 pair of legs. Clear? So if these two characters are there, and then how many antenna? There are 2 antenna. So 2 antenna, or we can call it as 1 pair of antenna. If all these characters are there, then that is the insect. So out of this, if we take spider, spider belongs to crustacea. They has 4 pair of legs, and the body is divided into cephalothorax and abdomen. So spider is not the insect. Then 14. What is true about Nereis, scorpion, cockroach and silverfish? So here Nereis, if we take, Nereis belongs to Annelida. And then all the scorpion, cockroach, silverfish, all of them they belong to arthropoda. So now, so again common we should find out. So they have jointed up and paired appendages. In Nereis we can't see, this is the character of only arthropoda. So this is not true about all of them. They all possess dorsal arch. We know all non-chordates, that is from Porifera to Echinodermata, will have dorsal arch. None of them is aquatic. So they are actually, Nereis is aquatic. Right? So even this can't be the answer. They all belong to same phylum. Phylum we had checked it. They belong to different phylums. So answer is option B. So now we shall see some questions of cell chapter. Which of the following is site of lipid synthesis? We know it is direct question. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Then 16. Which of the following is not a function of vacuole in plant cell? So in plant cell, what function the vacuole will not do? So here, Storage, yes, storage of actually waste products, right? And waste disposal, so only we call this vacuole as garbage bag. So we call it as garbage bag because it will store the waste, and garbage bag in the sense there only will throw all the waste, right? So we call it as garbage bag. Cell elongation and protection, it also it helps in this cell elongation and protection. Why? Since it is taking all the waste toxic substance which is not required, it helps in the protection of the cell. And how cell elongation, we know 90% of the cell is covered by vacuole. So all the other organelles has to move to the periphery, and it tries to increase the volume of the cell. So that is how it helps in cell elongation. And production of hydrogen peroxide, no, it does not do. Which does this hydrogen peroxide synthesis is peroxisome. Peroxisome will help in synthesis of hydrogen peroxide. Also, metabolism of hydrogen peroxide will be done by peroxisome. So answer is D. 17th question. Chlorophyll in chloroplast is located in. So we know this chloroplast structure. So it has two membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane. So inside we have thylakoids stacked to form grana, and they are attached by stroma lamellae. So exactly where this chlorophyll will be there, this chlorophyll will be present on membrane of thylakoids. So membrane of thylakoids in the sense. So here in the options if we see first grana is related to thylakoid because the pile of thylakoids itself is called as grana, right? So this entire structure is called as grana, right? And then what is this pyranod? Pyranod, it is found in chloroplast actually, right? So it is found inside chloroplast. So we want the chlorophyll now. And stroma, so stroma is this part. So the matrix of the chloroplast is called as stroma. So it can be both A and C. So it will be, answer is granule. 18th question. Choose the incorrect match. So we shall see one by one. Nucleus RNA. Yes, nucleus contains RNA. So it is correct match. Lysosome protein synthesis. Lysosome doesn't help in protein synthesis. What it will do? It helps to digest the foreign particles or the worn out cell organelles. Right? Mitochondria respiration. Yes, what kind of respiration? Oxidative. Oxidative phosphorylation. So this is a type of respiration. So by this what happens? ATP is synthesized. And then D, cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is mainly made up of microtubules. Also there are microfilaments and intermediate filaments. So cytoskeleton contains microtubules is the correct pair. Answer is option B. Then 19th question. So here the question actually should be see which is properly paired. So if we see these options which are given, okay, Golgi apparatus, breaking of complex macromolecules. Golgi apparatus will never do this, breaking of complex macromolecule. What Golgi apparatus will do? It will help in packaging and transporting, right? Endoplasmic reticulum protein synthesis, especially RER. So this is the correct match. Then chloroplast helps in photosynthesis. This is also correct match. So chloroplast contains chlorophyll and that helps in photosynthesis. Mitochondria helps in oxidative phosphorylation, which we had seen just now. Right? So the question has to be which is not. So your not is missing. So if the question is like which is not properly matched, then A will be the answer. Then question number 20. Organelle important in spindle formation during nuclear division, and it is a direct question. It will be helped by centrioles. 21. Which of the following pair lacks the unit membrane? So your unit membrane means the membrane of organelles, cell organelles. So here, nucleus has the cell organelle. Endoplasmic reticulum also has cell organelle. Membrane. Nucleus is bounded by membrane. Endoplasmic reticulum is also bounded by membrane. Then mitochondria also has the membrane. Chloroplast also has the membrane. Ribosome do not have membrane. Nucleolus also do not have membrane. Golgi body has the membrane and lysosome also has the membrane. So answer will be option 22nd. The plasma membrane consists mainly of. So we know they have this fluid mosaic model. So they have this lipid bilayer, phospholipid bilayer, and in between them proteins are embedded. Right. So here out of the given option, so here first one protein bilayer it is given, so wrong. Phospholipid bilayer, and then glucose polymer of glucose molecules it doesn't have that. Then carbohydrate bilayer, no. So answer is option B. Then difference between rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum is. So what is the difference we have to see here? So here rough has ribosomes, right? But smooth doesn't have ribosomes. Next option, smooth has ribosomes. No. Smooth takes in protein synthesis. Also no. Both has F1 particles. They do not have any F1 particles. So it is actually F0 F1 particle which they do not have. So answer is option A. Then 24. An organism exclusively with 70S type of ribosome contains one of the following. That means or, organism is having 70S type of ribosome. That means this organism is prokaryote. So now we should see what is true with this prokaryotes. DNA enclosed with a nuclear membrane? No, they do not have nuclear membrane. So only we say not well defined nucleus. Circular naked DNA? Yes, DNA is circular. Why naked? It is not bound by any of the nuclear membrane. Double-stranded DNA with protein coat and then single-stranded DNA with protein coat. So they are not coated with any kind of protein. Answer is option B. So that's all questions based on the chapter Animal Kingdom and Cell chapter. Please go through the video, and if you have any doubts, please reach us out. Thank you.